Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and I am here today to talk about the astrology of October. And so we are entering into eclipse season, and so things are going to be very tricky and very powerful in the month of October. And so October is marked by two very important eclipses. The first one being the solar eclipse at the new moon in Libra on the 14th. And the second eclipse will be a partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. And so things are about to really get shaken up. Things are about to happen collectively. And so I think we're in for some very interesting revelations and developments along the journey. And so eclipses come to shift everything, right? And so anybody that is still clinging to the Taurus Scorpio lessons that were needing to be learned during the Taurus North Node transits, that will be coming up to be eclipsed at the Taurus eclipse. And then we are entering fully into the Aries Libra axis. And so we still have a crap ton of Scorpionic South Node energy that we're going to have to deal with this month. We're going to have Pluto going direct. We have Mars, Mercury, and the Sun all entering into the sign of Scorpio. And so it's kind of like that time of the year where we're being thrust into exploring the shadow aspects of self, the hidden world all around us. And so I got cat hair on my lips. Okay. The second half of the month is going to be very interesting because we're going to have Venus in Virgo forming a beautiful trine to Jupiter in Taurus. And so this is going to create like a grand earth trine, and this is where we will be able to ground our work into the collective moving forward. I've got massive tingles all over my crown and going down the side of my face. And so I do feel the second half of the month is going to be very interesting because this grand earth trine is going to be forming energies with Uranus and Pluto. And so what I feel coming forward for those that have done the work, for those that have been, doing their mission work, I do feel this is where the rewards will be coming for that job well done. And so let's talk about some of these very important astrological transits that we're going to have to be facing this month. And then we will pull in with the cards. So you might want to jot these dates down, guys. You might want to grab a pen and a paper and jot this down on the calendar, because this is what I feel we're going to be up against and the energies that are going to be most prominently felt in the collective. And so October the 4th, Mercury is entering into Libra. And so this is going to feel diplomatic. I know Libra can get a bad rap with it being in the South Node right now for indecision, needing to make a decision. And so let's face it, we've all been feeling really stuck for the last little while. We've all been feeling stuck due to the Mercury retrograde in Virgo. And so it's been a long journey of getting things done, making decisions. And so with Mercury going into Libra, I do feel this is an opportunity to finally make those decisions that we've been putting on the back burner that have needed to be made. And so this is going to be a great opportunity to maybe come up with some new innovative ideas. It might be the perfect time to initiate some conversations in order to reach resolution and agreements if you've been having any relationship issues. So October the 9th, that is when Venus is going to enter into Virgo. And I do feel this is going to feel very good. We have had Venus in Leo for an extremely long amount of time, for 4 months, due to the retrograde. And so with Venus in Leo, it's been like, look at me. And, and the Venus in Virgo is going to be a very humbling experience. So if we consider the analogy like Venus and Leo's like Barbie, look at me. And Venus and Virgo is more like the Cinderella story, right? And so Cinderella was not born into wealth or into a shiny plastic reality like Barbie. And I've yet to see the Barbie movie, although both my daughters and my mother have seen the movie and I'm dying to see it. But Cinderella is the energy of having to scrub the house, clean the house before she can go to the ball. And so I know with Venus moving into Virgo, I do feel it's going to change, right? The energy is going to shift, right? It's going to go from because I'm worth it, I'm worth it, to I've earned it, right? And so I feel we're all going to be receiving the invitation to the ball, so to speak, later this month. October the 11th, I do feel this is going to be a very big day collectively. This is when Pluto is finally stationed direct at 27 degrees, I believe 54, 27 degrees or 54. And it's going to go direct in Capricorn. And so all of the Capricornian lessons that Pluto brought forward in these death and transformation energies, depending on where that has hit you within your own personal birth chart and housing. For me, it is my 11th house. And so we're going to feel this shift in direction stronger, right? We're going to feel it the 2 days prior and the 2 days after. And all of this Plutonian energy is going to peak within like a 5-day span as Pluto stations direct. And so when it was retrogrades are all about internal transformation. And when something stations direct, that's when we get the boom. That's when we maybe have the ability to move forward when it comes to the transformation, although we're going to still be dealing with the post-shadow energy of Pluto retrograde, and we're really not going to feel the full effects of this transformation, I feel, until next year when Pluto is out of the retrograde period and is fully rooted in the sign of Aquarius. And so it is an energy of a lot of very intense thought processes coming to the forefront of the subconscious mind, along with any repressed feelings. And so I just want to say, get ready for a divine destined event, a catalytic, profound event to help you transform your life out of this stuckness. And so the influences of Pluto are going to affect those mostly with the cardinal placements. So if you have any planets or houses in the cardinal signs of Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn from 25 to 29 degrees, get ready for these shifts to deeply influence you for your own personal spiritual evolution path. And so the day after Pluto stations direct, October the 12th, we do have Mars entering into Scorpio. And so Mars is kind of going to feel at home in the sign of Scorpio. The two homes that Mars is comfortable in is Scorpio and Aries. And so we need to remember Mars is the lower octave of Pluto. It's tower energy, undeniable tower energy. I do feel Mars is going to feel good in that fixed energy though. Scorpio is a very powerful sign, and so get ready to channel the intensity of scorpionic energy. And so Scorpio can be very precise. It is the energy of like spiritual surgery is what I feel. And so get ready to go into the depths of the darkness in order to find your own personal assertiveness is what I'm feeling. We're going to have to learn how to direct this energy in a proper expression. It's going to need a proper outlet for this scorpionic expression. Mars and Scorpio can become very obsessed as well. Scorpio energy is very obsessive, compulsive energy. And so Scorpio will relentlessly pursue a goal or a person just relentlessly, and they won't stop when it comes to obstacles, which might trigger a dive deep into the shadows, because Scorpio is this energy of I'm going to conquer. I don't care. I'm going to relentlessly pursue it. I don't care what stands in the way, which can lead to a downfall. On October the 14th, this is when we're entering into the eclipse season. New moon, total solar eclipse in Libra, total eclipse of the heart, right? And so this is going to be massive. It is going to be at 21 degrees, 07. We are in the year of truth, and I find it so interesting that this weekend it was all about truth and reconciliation. It was Orange Shirt Day. It was about all of the Native children that were put into residential schools. Trust me, I had a good cry last night over that, scrolling TikTok, and when that all came to light, was it last year or the year before? It was very devastating for my soul. And so 21 is the energy of the world. 21 is the completion of a cycle. It's like time to start with a clean slate. And so any lessons that are needing to come back around to be learned with the Libra Aries axis along with the Taurus Scorpio axis, that is all coming up to be drudged to the surface for this final purge once and for all. So 21 degrees 07, we are in a 2023 year, so breaking down to a 7, the year of truth, the year of tapping into our mystic healing capabilities. And so we are reaching a completion of this truth, I feel, being exposed. And so during this solar eclipse, this is a South Node eclipse. So this is connected to the patterns of the South Node that we're here to overcome. And so this might be like another 18-month process of coming out of the Libra South Node of indecision and seeing things maybe as black and white. There's going to be a lot of karmic justice, I feel, playing out within the Libra Aries axis over the next 18 months, give or take. And so this is a South Node eclipse, and it is going to be conjunct Mercury. It is also going to be square Pluto that just went direct, and it will be forming a quincunx or an inconjunct aspect with Uranus and Taurus. Can we say reset? It's like pressing the red reset button, and anything that needs to leave your life will be going. And so there will come an ending, and all endings do get followed by a new beginning. And so this is where we have to reset all of these these unhealthy unrelationships, where we reset all of these unhealthy relationship patterns, and we can start from a clean slate. But we do have to allow things to leave our lives. And so that's going to be one of the big shifts that we're going to be feeling mid-month. On October the 20th, the sun will conjunct Mercury in Libra. And so this is happening right before we go into all of this scorpionic energy, right? And so we'll be in the dead center middle of the full moon phase, right? In this current Mercury cycle. Manifestation. It is instant manifestation time working with the Libra energy. Where do you have Libra in your birth chart? Pay attention. What are we manifesting? We can manifest anything. We can manifest anything in these energies. A new project, a new intellectual process. Maybe it's time to pick up a pen and start writing a book. It could mean a new presentation, a new idea, a new negotiation, a new. And so this is going to lead to all kinds of new collaborations. And with Pluto squaring the conjunction, your delivery will be very intense and transformative. So watch your words. 111 is a big sync coming up. And so the sun is conjunct Mercury at 26 degrees. Also further breaking down to an 8. And so it is the energy of what comes around, goes around. And so what have you been putting out there? Are you ready to receive the reward, the dharma for all of the hard work that you've put in on your journey? On October 22nd, this is where things are going to get interesting. On the 22nd and the 23rd, Mercury and the sun will be entering into Scorpio. Mercury enters into Scorpio on the 22nd, and the very next day, the sun is joining in the sign of Scorpio. So happy birthday to my Scorpios out there. Scorpio energy does tend to leave a bad taste in my mouth. I've learned many painful karmic lessons at the hands of many scorpionic men, but Happy birthday to the Scorpios out there. Scorpio is like my total opposite energy, right? But Scorpio is going to bring forward a lot of passion. Scorpio is the energy of transformation, right? And so we all desire to transform ourselves out of this stuckness. So with Mercury and Scorpio, it's going to bring a higher, sharper intellect when it comes to uncovering anything hidden, anything that's been a falsity, anything that's been a lie, and get ready for truths to be exposed. And with the Sun and Mercury both in Scorpio, let's face it, Scorpio does seek deep, meaningful connections, right? We're not here for chit-chat. I don't want to chit-chat. I don't want superficial relationships. I don't want superficial encounters. And I know sure as heck Scorpio doesn't either. So this is where all of those very heavy, honest conversations are going to be coming into play, not only with ourselves, but with those that we are connected with. Maybe it's time to go to therapy. I'm not a therapist, right? Maybe it's time to book a reading as well to get to the bottom of maybe some thinking patterns that we can pinpoint within your astrology chart. So if you'd like to do that, give me a shout and we can get that booked in. October the 28th is when we will have the full moon partial eclipse in Taurus. It's not a full lunar eclipse. It is a partial lunar eclipse, and this is going to be at 5 degrees. Let me check my little calendar here. Like I got a giant calendar. I've been tracking all of the transits on to kind of make it easier when I do the weekly forecast. On the 28th, it's at 5 degrees 08. Once again, the energy of change, the energy of karma, it goes around. And so this is going to be a North Node eclipse, right? When it comes to the Taurus North Node that we've just moved out of. And the eclipse is going to be conjunct Jupiter, opposite Mercury and Mars and Scorpio. And so we're dealing with the opposition of Taurus and Scorpio, which I am very familiar with, dealing with that axis. And so this North Node eclipse is going to bring forward opportunities to fully change the karmic pathway, the karmic patterns, to realign with our true spiritual partner and our true soul's purpose. And so we're going to have the confidence to take the world in our hands, to take the bull by the horns, and to go after what it is that is ours, that we deserve. And so there might be a grand epiphany coming up because the eclipse is opposite Mercury and Mars. It could be a grand epiphany. I just feel like the good news about this eclipse, because eclipses are not easy energies to work with, is Venus is the full moon ruler, right? The feminine energy. So we got that on our side, right? But I do feel at the end of these eclipses, we're going to be in a whole new place, is what I feel. We're going to have the skills and the drive to succeed, to do what it takes to succeed. We're going to have another grand trine playing out, another grand Earth trine playing out with this eclipse with Uranus and Pluto. And so this is the energy, bring forward the ability to help us manifest our dreams into a tangible reality moving forward. And so get ready. October the 29th, I do want to mention, is the last transit that I feel is really going to impact us collectively. Just a couple days before Samhain or Halloween, right? This is going to be Mercury in Scorpio conjunct Mars in Scorpio at 11 degrees. Let me check. At 11 degrees 53. And so this is where we have to find our determination to be decisive, and we're not going to want to leave any stone unturned. It's like a Sherlock Holmes type energy, sharp intellect, assertiveness, and many of us are going to have the drive and the stamina to go through any complexities or challenges that we've been facing, closing out all of these karmic cycles, and to take action once and for all, to extract all of the karmic energy out of our life that has caused negative impacts, right? And to step into our truest authentic essence. And right, that is the most powerful vibration we can carry, is authenticity, right? Truth, reconciliation, authenticity, right? And so get ready for revelations depending on which house in your birth chart is ruled by Scorpio. So do we pull some cards? Yeah, I think we're going to pull some cards, and we're going to see what needs to come through. And of course, my Samhain deck is way over there, guys. So you're going to have to give me a minute. I'm back. All right, so I went and grabbed the Seasons of the Witch, the Samhain Oracle deck. We're going to pull with that. I'm going to use, what deck is this again? I don't even remember the name of the deck, but we're going to use this deck today, guys. So I think we're going to start off with the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck. It's my staple. And we're going to see what we can expect collectively on the spiritual journey for the month of October with this deck. And then I think we'll jump in with the tarot and we'll close off with the Seasons of the Witch. All right, messages for the collective. This is for all signs. I will call out any specific zodiac signs that I do feel need mentioning throughout the reading, but this is a general collective message. If you would like a reading that is more in-depth within your own personal journey, just keep in mind it's not a personal reading. Personal readings will get to the truth of the matter for your own personal situation. And so take what resonates, guys. Leave behind the rest. Messages for the collective for the month ahead. Liberation. I love it. We are heading towards freedom. Karmic freedom. So we are going to have to be addressing any addictions, I feel, with the eclipse energies coming forward. And addictions come in many forms. There's materialism, there's greed. People get addicted to food, sex, gambling, gaming, anything, right? Anything in excess is an addiction. People get addicted to people, and I've talked about that many times on the channel. And so we are here to break the chains of liberation, break the chains of impediments, restrictions, and addictions, but we have to choose to free ourselves, right? And this does require making a conscious choice to live life consciously. When we are in a sleeping state prior to the awakening, everything kind of just happens to us on the journey, right? And it's this energy of like, hey, why is this happening to me? Why does this keep happening to me? And it's not why does this keep happening to me? It's more an energy of this is happening for you in order to bring you into your conscious awareness of choice, right? The divine can never interfere with our free will choices. What they can do is they can kind of redirect us. We make a choice and the divine's like, well, this is the outcome. This is where you're going to end up. But if you went this way and you're supposed to be here, they're going to have all kinds of divine detours and challenges and towers to redirect you back to where you need to go. The divine will never interfere with a free will choice, but they will divinely redirect you with unexpected shakeups on the journey. Because we can all choose to better our lives for ourselves and for others. And when we do better our lives, we do better it for everybody we're connected to, right? And so there is a divine plan at work. Dreams, can't deny the dream space. Definitely keep a dream journal if you can remember your dreams coming up. But we are in a month of cutting all of these unwanted attachments with people, places, and things, with past memories, any unhealthy energies, habits. This is going to be a massive releasing for a huge renewal. So get ready for a paradigm shift. We're kind of at that pivot point of the earth splitting. And there's the finding the truth with the karmic lesson. And so we are going to be in for a very triggering month. We can't deny it, right? The energy's building already. And we're still kind of feeling that the Aries super full moon, right? I woke up this morning feeling great. But there was a release for me last night. Very cathartic, very emotional. When it comes to the misguided falsehoods, right? And when we shed the veil of illusion and we see the truth, we do have to purge the grief, right? And so we are resolving all of these karmic timelines, these past life karmic experiences, painful experiences, painful lessons, right? No pain, no gain. And so the pain and the lessons that we learn gives us an opportunity to turn it into spiritual growth and evolution and wisdom, right? Wisdom, like the hermit. And so get ready to find some truth in whatever veil of illusion you've been sifting through, and get ready to be triggered, because we do have to address these negative behavioral patterns once and for all. They do need to be course corrected, and do be aware that this is a month where people will be leaving our lives permanently, right? Whatever leaves your life right now, that is a permanent lesson coming to completion. And so get ready to find your real voice. Get ready to find your voice. That's where we kind of harness all of this spiritual energy is in this part of the body. The North Node activation by human design is within the throat chakra. And so we can't ascend into 5D and above if we're not living and speaking our authentic truth. And that's what gets us so stuck in the lower 4D, in the lower 3D. And so get ready for a shift. We are heading towards all of these new higher soul connections. And so these karmic catalysts that have played significant roles in our lives for our evolution, these short-term contracts are leaving so we can journey towards the most important journey of our long-term soul contracts with our divine counterparts. So what is it that you need to let go of? Because it's going to be intense, and whatever has not been addressed is going to surface and must be addressed in order for this healing process to reach a level of completion. So let's jump in with the tarot and let's see what else needs to come through. Oh my God. I love it. I haven't used this deck. Well, I haven't really been on. I haven't really even touched my cards barely at all since I've been on my hiatus. That's so interesting. 10 of Cups reversed. Transformation. This is what we're transforming. How many people do you see out there? They post all of these pictures all over social media. Or you got people all over social media. You got the feminine in the connection posting all of these pictures saying they're so in love, and you got the man in the connection and they don't post nothing. They don't even have they're in a relationship on Facebook. You would never know who they were with. And we got people living in these fantasies, in these illusions of this happily ever after, when actually on the inside there's not an ounce of love, there's not an ounce of joy, there's not an ounce of happiness, and there's that Scorpio energy. And so I think it's really time to sit there. Or if you are in a commitment, is this really your happily ever after? Because the cards are saying, nah, no, it's not. Maybe you spent the last 6 or 4 years in a connection trying to make something work, but maybe because of the children. But I feel there's this deep lack of emotional contentment collectively. And this is what we're here to reject, I feel. So if you've been dealing with somebody that you can't really trust and you're pretending to be happy, I get ready for a significant life experience that's going to require you to leave something behind. 10s are completions, 10s are endings. This is like the release of an unhealthy family home situation where there's been a lot of boredom, discontent, where there's been a lot of reminiscing and nostalgia, but there's been a lack of joy. And so this is to break free from these old belief systems, right? So we're going to do a 9-card spread today. I believe that's what we're going to do. And we're going to see what needs to come through for the energies of October. Messages for the collective for October. So Scorpio was a big one, right? Okay, let's see what we got here. We get the Fool reversed. The Ace of Cups in reversed. The Chariot. Moving on from a loveless situation, from a foolish decision, right? Breaking free from procrastination, breaking free from these outdated beliefs and mindsets. There is going to be a lot of endings. It's over. It's done. There's nothing left here to revisit. This soulmate connection is over and going straight towards a brand new beginning. This is actually beautiful energies, right? So get ready. If you've not been learning the lesson, if you've been avoiding completing a lesson, something is coming back around to be addressed once and for all. So where have you been living in denial when it comes to a spiritual connection? There's that 10 of Cups reversed. So there's an opportunity for victory, for success, for a brand new beginning here. But there is without a doubt a release of the toxic spiritual connections that we've been playing back and forth in, right? There's this energy of releasing trauma bonds, releasing the denial of, hey, this really isn't working. And so I do feel a lot of people get stuck in a state of fear when it comes to starting a new cycle in love, right? It's so hard to let go of something, right? Especially when it triggers reminiscence within you, right? And so maybe this is somebody that you've known since childhood. I do feel a huge release here because there's a lack of honesty. There's a lack of love. There's a lack of truth. And I do feel somebody here was all about me, 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 me. took a leap of faith, maybe was very selfish in that leap of faith, and maybe this left somebody deeply hurt from that emotional experience. There is a fresh start here. We have Aries, we have Cancer, we have all of the fixed signs. We have, oh my gosh, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. And we got some water here, and we got some swords, and then we've got the earth energy. So I do feel around the eclipse, the Taurus full moon eclipse is likely going to bring in an opportunity for a new beginning, and that might require maybe a new area of study. Maybe news about a career, a promotion, going back to school. It's time to get to work. It's rewards for the work. But there is a need to break free from an illusion that you've been entrapped in, right? There's been an illusion here. Somebody's been so afraid to take action, to take responsibility for their life, maybe for a past ending even, taking responsibility. There is a need to get a hold on some addictions here. Addictions are an issue here, I feel, have been holding somebody back. So self-control is going to be needed to be mastered when it comes to a lesson, because there's been a lack of joy, right? And how do we get to a state of joy? Well, we have to embrace freedom, and we have to choose to step towards our greatest accomplishments, which is our healing, right? And so I do feel patience will be running thin because a lot of things are imbalanced. And so huge clearing in my throat when I was just about to talk about communicating. Somebody here has not been honest. Somebody here has been overcoming obstacles and challenges with lies and spinning more lies to cover up the lies, and that's never a good thing. So I just feel something here is not working out, and there is going to be a major wake-up call when it comes to a situation that's dead and gone. Are you stuck? That's the energy of stuck. Water in a dead tree. Somebody went towards an investment, and they've worked on this and put a lot of effort in it, and really hasn't yielded any growth. So there is going to be an awakening here. There's going to be a wake-up call. There's going to be a shake-up in order to see things in a whole new light, because I do feel there was a lack of planning for the future, and somebody here is struggling financially. There's the Two of Pentacles playing out, right? There's the Libra energy of indecision, needing to make a choice, because the more we play into the fears and the lack mentality, the victim mentality, fears surrounding money, the more likely it is we'll stay in that struggle, right? And so there might be a Queen of Cups here that somebody needs to go towards in order to create a sense of balance and justice where there's been a lack of apology. But I do feel what is meant to be made right will be made right. So let's clarify some of these energies. I would like to clarify the Fool reversed. And we're going to clarify using the Witches, Everyday Witch Tarot, my new deck. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Something is a brewing when it comes to healing. Oh my God, the Fool reverse. Somebody's feeling foolish. We got an Empress here. We got a Divine Feminine here. And I do feel in the past there was a golden opportunity for a new beginning with an Empress, a Divine Feminine, a Taurus, or a Libra. And there's been a lack of healing. There's been a lack of truth, because I do think somebody might have squandered an opportunity, and there might be something coming back around when it comes to a foolish decision. But let's clarify the Fool reversed. Ooh, the Seven of Swords. The Three of Wands. And bottom of the deck, the Strength. I kind of feel maybe somebody was sneaky. Somebody didn't really have some pure intentions here, some hidden motivations. Maybe that's why nothing really moved forward. I just feel there was blocks. There was heartbreak. Maybe somebody was still entrenched in a past heartbreak. And so, you know, hurt people will hurt people, right? But I do feel somebody might want to go back to something from the past. There's something brewing. There's magic in the air when it comes to a new beginning, but it's kind of the energy of getting thrown off of the cliff. And so you're going to need to harness your spiritual strength. There is healing here when it comes to a missed opportunity, Aquarius. And so Sometimes things leave our lives and we think that's what we've wished for, but it's really not what we've wished for. As above, so below. Somebody here is grounding in a wish fulfillment, right? As above, so below. And so what you wished for, what you prayed for, Aquarian energy, will be made manifest in the physical reality. Yes, it will. Oh my God, yes, it will. Okay. I think we're going to clarify the Page of Pentacles because this is where we're headed, right? Underneath all of the confusion, the pain, the exploration, there is a new beginning here. So what does this new beginning entail? Oh, geez. I love it when the cards do that. I love it. What does this new beginning entail? It went flying across the desk. We got the Fool. There is a new opportunity here for a clean slate, for a new beginning, for a spiritual union. We're going straight towards a spiritual union. Well, we got a King of Wands, that is, apparently. Aries, Leo, Sag. This is about a man taking charge. There's a masculine on the card. You don't have to be a man. It could be a feminine harnessing masculine energy, but I do feel we've got a King of Wands here is the energy of a visionary leader. He's wrote out a plan, maybe ready to deliver a letter. He's thought about it, he's planned it, and now he's ready to take that leap of faith, and he's going straight towards love. And this is something, I don't know if you're going to see this coming, the High Priestess, going straight towards a divine feminine, I feel, a High Priestess of some sort. Could be a healer here, a psychic, a medium, a card reader, something of the sorts. Oh my God, we get the King of Cups now with the King of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. What are we missing? We're missing the King of Pentacles. So we could have a masculine coming in with an apology. Maybe they're not super financially stable. Maybe they've only got love to offer, truth to offer, and passion. And this will be an opportunity for you to build a legacy together is what it's feeling like. But I feel we've got somebody that's completed an investigation. They've seen all they need to see. They're laser focused. They've been watching. They've been planning. And they're ready to come in and build. They're all done with a stuck situation. They're ready to invest. They're saying, hey, I know maybe I didn't invest before. I'm ready to invest now. I've got a lot of love to give you. And I've put an end to my past poor behavior, right? The Knight of Cups. You know, I got love for everybody. Somebody here is looking for love. Right? And maybe they looked for love in all of the wrong places, but there is going to be a severing of connections in order for a new beginning. So get ready for an unexpected arrival because there is a new beginning here. Let's get a couple of signs. So seduction on the bottom of the deck. Do not give way to temptation. There is a warning. Somebody will try to get their claws into you. And so go into the silence. Go into the depths of the silence. There's something very beautiful that happens in the stillness, in the nothingness. And that is where the truth will always come to light, right? Potions and spells, Black Cat. So we are about to embark upon a very curious journey into the depths of the scorpionic unknown. And anything hidden deep, deep below will come to the surface, back into the light. And so it is always by going into the shadow that we do lead ourselves back home. And so if you've been under a spell by somebody, get ready to break free from that illusion, that spell. So let's get a closing message with the Seasons of the Witch, please. For the month of October, messages for the collective. Nothing. There we go. There we go. Healer. I love it. So I didn't mention it earlier, but Healer did come out on the bottom of this deck. Healer. So we got Healer. We got the Black Cat again. And then the bottom of the deck, Intuition. Third eye activations. And so get ready to go into the depths of the subconscious. A lot of third eye energy coming through. We all hold the medicine that we need from within to heal ourselves, right? And so I do feel, get ready to be at the mercy of the divine. I do feel healing the great mother wound, healing the blessed mother, Mother Earth, the divine feminine mother. It is going to be a month of mirroring reflections back to us. So you're really going to have to harness your own personal intuition. We all hold the answers from within. We all know our own personal truth. It's a matter of finding it. And so What do you need to open up behind all of the closed doors within your subconscious mind? Because somebody has been under a spell with like a Black Widow energy. Somebody's been in a karmic webbing, and they've been haunted by the past, is what it feels like. Voices in the head going like crazy. And so it's the energy of the walls coming crashing down. The walls coming crashing down in order for us to be our own inner guide. So pay attention to the voices of your ancestors. I think that inner beast, that inner wolf is kind of calling to all of us to go into the depths of our spirit so we can find the truth, so we can step right into freedom. And freedom is knowing, right? And that is what I got for the astrology of October, what we can expect in October, guys. So like I said, if you'd like to book in with me, check out the description box below. I've still been booking clients, and they're booking up very quickly. So if you'd like to book in, check it out down below. I'd love to hear from you. If not, I look forward to seeing you all again next time, and I will be back tomorrow with the twin flame forecast for the week ahead. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks.